Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph and I'm today here with Dion. And today Dion is going to share with us the price of Bitcoin, and he's also going to talk to us about a possible signal on the COTI coin. Good morning, Dion.
Good morning, Joseph. Morning, guys. Okay, let's just start here with the market indicators quickly. We on the DXY, the DXY dollar index. So earlier this week we hit a local high and came back down. We then were trading above this. It was a support line then, but we in the meantime managed to break down under that, and we're now retesting it again. So I think the whole world is waiting for this to just drop down a bit, so that the dollar isn't all that strong. So we're hoping for it to come down. This afternoon there is news, a fairly high impact news event. The Fed's Jerome Powell is speaking, so we must bear that in mind. I think it's around about 4 o'clock South African time, so that we can just keep an eye on. Then the Nasdaq has recovered nicely. So when we looked at it, we had this pullback and all these lines were resistance again, but now the Nasdaq has clawed its way back and they're all green again, so all support. So it had a really good run up. And the only interesting thing with this is that normally this would correlate with Bitcoin, and it had such a nice run up, but Bitcoin has just been going sideways, which indicates that there's a bit of market manipulation again. It's just strange that Bitcoin hasn't also had a jump like this. S&P 500 also same thing, had a pullback and a very nice recovery through that resistance, now support. So the markets there are looking good. The total money into crypto or into the altcoins has also had a steady up run, so that's looking good. We're facing a little red candle at the moment, but overall it's going up, so money's not flowing out of the altcoins, which is good. And then Bitcoin dominance is also looking good, so there was this resistance which we're still holding. We threatened to break through, but we pulled back from that nice now. Our aim is to close under this 40%, so if Bitcoin is under that, normally the altcoins really make a crazy run, so this is what we're hoping for. But if Bitcoin pulls up and gets stronger and goes up, obviously this dominance is also going to go back up again. But eventually we want it to come and close here under the 40, which will be fantastic for all our crypto altcoins. Then to Bitcoin itself. So just to refresh your memory, we're running in this long downward channel at the moment. Let me just zoom in on that. So we're trading in this rising broadening wedge. We're at the bottom of it. So this pattern normally is a bearish pattern, so it could be that we break down here. I think we're going to touch on this later as well. So there's a possibility that we could break down from this pattern, but then we have this support here below us, roughly 20,400, just looking at this chart on the daily. Then zooming into the 4 hour, to get this on for you. So on the 4 hour we are trading in this parallel channel, and then within that there's another smaller one. We've just broken under that, I see, so maybe we can delete that. That's then no longer valid. So we're trading in this parallel channel. What I'm thinking at the moment, earlier this week when we were down here, I said that this 21.7 was my first target, and we hit that bang slap on, so that's looking great. So if you took that trade, that was roughly like 4%, came back down, up and down, just going sideways. And this 21.7 is still proving to be resistance for us, so we'd have to break that. What I'm waiting for, because we're trading in the middle here and nothing's really happening, is either to take a buy trade from the bottom here, so when we come back down, and take a trade back up, so basically retake that 4% trade, or otherwise if we break above this 21.7, so we're really trying hard and we're getting higher and higher up every time. I think this 22,000 though, looking at these candles previously, this one here, just after that big pullback that we had this massive recovery up to there. So there's a lot of liquidity that just proves it up there, and when we came back up again with that candle, we were forcefully sent back down and again here. So there's definitely a lot of volatility here, and I think the bank number, round number that they always trade off would be 22,000. So I think there are a lot of orders in here, so I set an alarm here. If we do break above this and we hit that level, I'm definitely going to take a short scalp back down, and we might then come back down as far as this. So that's kind of the trade that I'm waiting for on Bitcoin. Let's go have a look at Ethereum quick. So Ethereum on the daily also trading in this parallel channel, and if we zoom in there to the 4 hour, also broken out of that now, so coming to retest this support here. So Ethereum is looking a bit better than Bitcoin though, but we can just keep an eye on it. It all depends what happens this afternoon. There's news again, so we'll have to wait for that to see what the market does after that. Let's have a look at COTI. So this is the trade that I'm looking at. I'm just waiting, as I say, it depends. We're just going to we need some kind of a direction before we get into this trade. So just to make sure, if we do go down there in Bitcoin, we might come down to meet this line. So this is a support on COTI. This is the 4 hour. So we might come in, so that would be a good entry if we bounce off that and start going up. But COTI makes these lovely spikes up, so wherever we can get in, so we can just keep you posted, but keep an eye on it. And if one sees something like this up run that's starting, this bounce off that, a nice big fat candle, green candle, that could be a good entry, and you can just put your take profit with any of these lines. That would probably be a good target, the 10 cent. To shoot for that. And this trade, because it makes these quick spikes, I would definitely put in a take profit, so not follow it with a stop loss. So put a definite take profit there, so if it gets hit with a quick spike, then at least you in the trade and you close it out. Whereas if you leave it and you want to close it manually, you might lose that spike, you might be sleeping or whatever. So because it does these, that's what I'm hoping for, is that we get another big spike, and that you can do a quick 8 to 10% or so on COTI. That's it from me, Joseph.
Yeah, that COTI is a very nice coin, and I love that little sudden moves of market volatility in the coin. Yeah, that's awesome. Tell me more about this announcement that's happening this afternoon.
So there's a big conference or a retreat, they call it, Jackson Hole Symposium. I don't know exactly what's happening there, but all the big shots are there. And Jerome Powell is having a speech of the Fed, giving it just an indication of what they're thinking to do with interest rates, etc., etc. So everyone is waiting for that this afternoon. So that could be a big market mover, and with it being happening like on a Friday afternoon, late Friday afternoon, it's a perfect time for them to like really manipulate the market. So it would be a dangerous time to trade. They normally run it in one direction, and then as soon as you get into that trade, then they change it around. So it's going to be volatile this afternoon, or maybe just nothing happens. Who knows? We never know with them. But it is something just to watch. If you are in trades, just put stop losses under them and just trade safe this afternoon.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to make a plan to watch the market then. I do have a DCA trade also on Ethereum, because we're expecting with the Ethereum merge for Ethereum to go up a lot. So that's why I think it's a good coin to be in right now. Awesome, thank you, Dion. I'm definitely going to take a look at that COTI trade. I actually do not have a DCA on COTI, so I'm going to get my tester out and also test it and see how it's doing. But I like that little sharp up and down moves, because that's actually what works the best for a DCA bot also. Awesome. Thank you, guys. We're going to be back in a little bit, and we're going to listen to Steve from Crypto Crew University. He found 4 long-term charts that really show bearish indication for Bitcoin. On the overall, he's still bullish, but he's just said we need to watch those charts because there might be more downside. I remember about a year ago, me and Dion were talking, and he said to me, 13,700 or 13,600 in that range is a very strong support, and we could possibly go down there. And these charts of Steve also show that is a possibility. Alright, guys, thank you, Dion. Thank you for your analysis. It was very good. See you in a little bit.
Thanks, guys. See you later. Cheers.